Welcome everyone to another episode of Rise Together. Pretty excited today because this is going to be the first ever conversation with an associate fresh out of the academy. That's right. Blake and I actually go back prior to Walmart life.
We do.
We might get to that in a second, but I'll let you do your introduction. Blake, who are you? Why are you here today?
My name is Blake Annis. I was in law enforcement for about 15 years and decided to step away from that and wanted a new adventure, new experiences. And I was given the opportunity to come to Walmart, and it's a lot different. It was a little overwhelming at first, and so I spent two weeks at this store, and then I went to the academy for 5 weeks, and now I've been back for a week, and it's still overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many questions, and I know that this is going to be interesting as well to all the different associates and viewers that we have because of the change in the different things that you bring to the table for this. So, law enforcement 15 years, and I mean, I'm putting sergeant on the bottom of this one. Just so everybody knows.
That's correct.
And so all kinds of accolades there that we could talk about. But you transitioned out of law enforcement and you thought retail might be the place to jump your feet back in. You had opportunities all over to do different things. Why did you choose retail?
Well, I really had no desire or want to come to Walmart, to be quite honest. But then when I started talking to a good friend of mine about Walmart, I learned that Walmart has the same core values as I do, and that's something that I like to live by. And I've learned that going through the academy, learning how Walmart does from day to day, the core values match up with me perfectly. I communicate well with the associates here, give them the respect that they deserve. Integrity is huge. You have to have integrity to do your job correctly. And service to the customer, that's huge. And I've tried to, within my daily duties here at Walmart, I am trying to stay in the mode of greeting every customer I can, helping the customer no matter what I'm doing. If we have to go to the other side of the store, I'm going to the other side of the store. And I can tell how that really impacts the customer, and that makes me feel good too.
Sure.
So I really enjoy that part of it.
And those are some of the main. You've already hit on two things I really want to hear you talk about. The first one being, like Blake mentioned, 2 weeks in the store, went to the academy, literally just came out of the academy last week. So you've had 3 weeks. That's it.
That's it.
I mean, we're talking 15 days in the store. What are some of the things that have just shocked you being in the store that you didn't know prior to working at Walmart?
Well,
that we'll share on camera.
I had no idea the level, the amount of work that goes into running a store. I'm totally mind blown. There's a lot to it, and first going into this, I didn't think that it would be so much, but there's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of things that you have to take care of, that you have to help with, that you have to do. And I'm learning day by day on what all those responsibilities are. And some of it's challenging, and I'm just learning day to day, so I can try to file that away so I know how to do it next time.
Sure. I mean, like you and I talked real briefly before, as far as 5 weeks, I mean, they just like your mouth on a fire hydrant, right? You're just trying to soak up as much as you can. You get to the store and you go, wow, there's some practical. I mean, as much as we try to be practical day to day with academy life, there's still just the reality of the day-to-day operations that's hard to duplicate, and you don't know what's going to happen when you get into your store. So you've been here. I caught Blake actually out on the aisle. He's an assistant manager. I don't know if we ever said that. Right here in South Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and he was out there throwing freight and home lines.
I was.
So that is the day in the life of, and I hope that you have managers out there that are doing the exact same thing, throwing freight with you. and doing the things that are necessary to get the job done.
Oh yeah,
Moving forward.
I have no problem getting out there and getting my hands dirty and throwing freight around. I will tell you that my department managers have been awesome. They've helped me learn the in-store, the actual way, hands-on how to do things, and they've been extraordinarily helpful in every way, and I can't thank them enough.
That's awesome. And they had the opportunity to teach up.
That's correct.
And you had the opportunity to learn. So that's pretty
correct. I told them all that they're my teachers, and some of them like that, and some of them kind of question that, but they're doing a great job.
It takes special people. It takes humility for sure. I know for me, one of the questions that I can't wait to ask is, what are some similarities you've seen? Law enforcement 15 years, retail environment 15 hours. Not really, but similar. Yeah. What are there some similarities that you would bring to it? I mean, serving the community, serving the the customer when in law enforcement obviously is our community and the citizens.
Absolutely. When in law enforcement, we're out there to service the community, help people with what they need help with, and that can mirror image right into Walmart. People come in and they have questions, they don't know where things are, or they want to know something just about Walmart in general, and it's our job to service the customer the best way possible, and I enjoy doing that, and it makes me feel good that they can leave my interaction with a smile on their face.
That's awesome.
So, it's a little bit slightly different in law enforcement. Sometimes they don't leave with a happy face, but some of
our viewers are thinking there are times that customers don't leave with a happy face either. We try to.
There may be occasions.
There are times.
There may be occasions. So and that's just part of the world that we live in. We're all human, so
sure.
Not everybody's going to be happy, but we strive to do our best.
I know for me, one of the things that I talk a lot about in academy classes is de-escalating and just communicating with individuals. And I think that's something that I picked up over the years as well, outside of Walmart in law enforcement, was de-escalating a scenario. Mm-hmm. That when we're going to come in contact with customers who are just very frustrated, very agitated, angry, and using some of the techniques that I learned through the years was just de-escalation.
Right.
So can you speak to that for us? How do you de-escalate a scenario where a customer is angry, maybe over can't return items, or have you had any of that yet in the store?
I have had one that he brought back a sack full of like cooking ingredients, seasoned stuff.
Sure.
And he wanted to return it all. He had a receipt with him that could not be read at all. It had been bleached out, is what I'm thinking. And so there was no way of knowing how he paid for it, or how much it came to, or whatever. And he wanted cash money right there on the spot. And he was very upset walking in for whatever reason. And so associates were out there trying to help him. They called for me to assist. Went over there, spoke with him. So I talked to him in a very friendly, calm manner, and he kind of jumped the gun and wanted to know why I wasn't apologizing to him. And I immediately started apologizing that he had this inconvenience, and I did several times. That obviously didn't make him very happy, and I told him that we would give him a gift card refund, just to solve his issue, since we had no receipt to read. He didn't like that and stormed off, but as I figured, a few moments later he came back and he goes, okay, I'll take that. And so he ended up being as happy as he could be
Sure.
in that situation. But I think just staying calm and talking to him in a friendly manner and apologizing worked out in the end.
Sure. And I think that's something to for our associates to remember, is the fact that apologizing to the customer is something we can always do. And I hear associates drag their feet with that sometimes, that it's really not about us. At that point, we're apologizing that we didn't meet the expectation of the customer. And that's something that we can always do every single time. And when we do that, it already levels the playing field for them. It gives them a little bit of what they were looking for. And if it doesn't, like I said, you got a scenario where they're just frustrated, they're looking for something specific. All we can do at that point is just try to find that win-win in the scenario. And you found one, which was helpful. Didn't sound like it at first, but it panned out that way.
Yeah,
you never know what's going to happen.
He was upset, but it worked out the best way possible.
What's something that you would encourage others? I mean, they're getting ready to go to the academy maybe in training. Of course, you've only got a few days on the job, but at the same time, what would you encourage somebody going to the academy right now to know ahead of time?
To know ahead of time, to get as much of the Walmart lingo down ahead of time.
Sure. Associates are fully aware that we do like our acronyms. There are a lot of them.
Yes, they do.
And there's a lot of different lingo that becomes also, we call it tribal knowledge, that maybe isn't even official, but that we use it for different things throughout the store when we're talking about, is it a wing stack or is it a side stack? Or is it, all the different things that we call the products that we do. And it really depends on your region, your market. But yeah, there are some official terminology that probably all of us could brush up on from the One Best Way and all
Absolutely.
of that.
And I'm still learning.
That works out. So, any other? One of my big questions is leadership lessons. Is there any other lesson that stands out to you so far that you've kind of picked up on, or story that you want to share to others as encouragement?
Well, I just think leadership in general. Since I've been back at the store for just a little over a week, and trying to learn as much as I can. Being a leader, there's a lot more than just ordering people what to do. It's learning from those people as well, and showing the associates the respect that they deserve, listening to their knowledge. They know way more than I know, and I'm just trying to soak it all in, and getting out there and doing the work with them, showing them that I'm there for them. I want them to teach me. We'll see what I can teach them down the road when I've learned everything. But I want to build those relationships, and I think that's a lot about a leader is having those connections with your associates so that you can communicate well and get things done.
Absolutely. That's good stuff. So, Spark, new to Walmart. What does the Spark mean to someone that's just shown up? But you've followed some things on social media. You're aware. So what does the Walmart Spark mean to you?
That spark, that symbol incorporates, to me, I guess, all the values that Walmart stands for. And I'm just proud to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And that's something that I think, again, we do not connect the dots with very often. That the Spark started with Sam Walton, obviously, and continues to move forward today, but it ties back to our core values. Respect for the individual, acting with integrity, service to the customer, and striving for excellence, which is, of course, is where we come up with the acronym RISE. And with that being said, want to thank you guys for watching our episode today. Thank Blake for coming on the show.
Thank you.
A new associate for us. And of course, as always, you can catch this whole episode and so many more on YouTube/Rise Together Walmart. You can also find it on Facebook, including all of our new communities that you can get involved in and connect with other associates around the world. And make sure you find out all the other new series that are starting. Retail Rebel will be starting very soon if it hasn't already, as well as, again, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, all of those locations you can find these episodes with millions of associates out there, so many opportunities, and we want to make sure that they are open for each and every one of you. So thank you again for everyone watching. Make sure you hit like or tell somebody about this episode because we need to make Blake
like
famous.
it a lot.
We're going to make him famous. Just saying. All right. Thank you guys.
Bye.